for joining us.
How you doing?
Hey, good. Thanks for agreeing to answer all the crazy fans' questions. We appreciate it so much.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm excited. Happy to.
Yeah, okay. So Amy Harrison, she asked, what was your favorite part of filming The Last Kingdom? And she goes on to say, everybody says the cast and the crew. So if you could choose something else.
Right, mine wouldn't have been the cast and the crew anyway, you know. They no so to honestly, it was getting like the chance to do something for a longer period. So it was like getting to hopefully have like a character that has like an arc that I could work on and like think about a bit more and spend a bit of time with like me trying to build that character. So it was getting the opportunity to really build a character, hopefully, you know.
Okay, so Janet Dunn wants to know, are you surprised by all the mad women and men who have joined your fan group so quickly?
Yes, 100% surprised. Definitely. I'm surprised there's a fan group. And then I'm surprised that, yeah, all of it is surprising. Like a lovely surprise, but yeah, 100%. Fucking hell. It's a nice surprise. But yeah, my mates are surprised as well. They were like, Harry, are we reading this right? Do you have your own fan group? And I was like, apparently. So yeah.
Amy Withrow wants to know, what is your favorite hobby?
So there's only like a couple of things that come to mind, but the yeah, football. I think I am like to not. It was like not like the sexiest answer, but I play I still play football every opportunity I get, like every Saturday and every Wednesday if I can, and I'm like terrible, but I still think I'm gonna make it. There's still like a part of me that's like, no, yeah, you can make it. But no, that's definitely my hobby, and I spend far too much time reading about it and stuff, and I need to get another hobby. I think it's too much of an obvious one. But yeah, but that's
nothing wrong with football.
Yeah, I like
just
drawing
to clarify,
as well. Huh?
Football, soccer, right?
Soccer, or yeah. I mean, whichever way.
It depends if you're American or not.
Yeah, so I mean, you can be soccer. It can be soccer or anything. But yeah, but that's probably it. But honestly, I was always like at school. I was always really bad at school, but I was good at the like anything extra curricular that had nothing to do with like learning stuff. So I was good at if they were not even good, I was just interested in like art or like sport or like literally anything that involved leaving the classroom for a period of time. I was like, yeah, okay. And that's how I got into drama, actually. I'm just doing that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, on the subject of football, this isn't on the list, but do you have a football team you support?
Yeah, Newcastle.
Ah, really?
Yeah, my parents are Geordies, so
I know you said that, but yeah, that's all good.
Get kicked out basically of the house, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did well on the 2 friendlies at the weekend.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good this season. We could, I mean, not finish in the bottom half for like the first time in like years. Yeah. Actually, yeah, last season was 10th, but yeah, I'm excited. Also,
it's all to play for.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, sorry.
So
I digressed a little bit there. Sorry. So moving on to question number 5, and this is Kerry Dawes' question. What would your dream role be, and who would be your co-stars?
My dream role and my co-stars. So there's a couple. I always wanted to play, and I still want to play Stanley Kowalski from Streetcar. I just think that would be like, I've had that role in my head for so long, and that's the one that and it'll be on stage, and it'll be like 6 months at like some decent theatre, and it would just be like an opportunity to try and to see if I can do it or not, I think. And you know, dream co-stars, there'd be a couple, but like I like, she's too young, actually. She's too young, but I don't know, there's tons of people who could do it. If it was TLK, if I was doing the TLK cast, you'd have Millie as Blanche, but she would be too. Blanche has to be old, like she can be any age, but I think Millie's in like the prime of her life, and Blanche is about being slightly past your prime. If that's the character, I think. But then that would be a good one. And then Harry, I think Harry would make a good Mitch maybe. And then Eliza would make a good whatever. But yeah, you can pick out, you can make a little cast of it. But
Sounds good.
the streetcar. Also like Wolverine, obviously. That's the
Yeah.
Oh,
I could see you in that.
yeah.
I could too. Definitely.
Yeah. Fuck the first answer. Just say Wolverine.
Wolverine. Okay. Okay. Elizabeth Savage wants to know, who is your dream director to work with?
There's two. It's really obvious and easy. That's probably everyone's. Well, it's changed recently, but no, it's David Fincher, definitely. He I Fight Club growing up was like my favorite film, and then I love The Social Network, and I love everything he's made since. Has just been amazing. It's like attention to detail, and apparently like he pushes people like fucking hard as well, and it would just be interesting to be like, yeah, okay, what else you got? But you know, like definitely David Fincher. Yeah. The other one was Christopher Nolan, because
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to work with Christopher Nolan? But that's like, I think it's too obvious. Or Ridley Scott, just all the really obvious ones, all the really like hugely successful. There's no interesting art house answer. It's all the really big time, you know. Fincher, yeah.
All right. So Lorraine Chambers wants to know, what other shows have you been in that fans can look up and watch?
Not a lot. I could probably name them. So I was in Ransom, which is like an American TV series about like a ransom department who specifically sort out people who need ransom. So I mean, in real life, I can't imagine they get like a whole lot of work. But I did. Have you seen it? You're nodding your head. Yeah, yeah. It's good. It's good. I like it. But
Luke, that's with Luke Owens, right? Is Luke?
yeah,
No,
yeah. Good looking.
Luke Roberts. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And I did EastEnders for like a blink and you miss it cameo, and then I did Roadkill for like, I was in it for like a heartbeat as well. And my whole job was my actual role was called Kissing Man, and I had to turn up and go out and get drunk with Millie Brady and then kiss her for the whole episode, and then that was the whole role. So that was I was like, what? It was very.
Oh, poor you.
Right?
Sounds like a typical night out.
So I met her that day, and she was just so lovely, and she talked about the show and stuff, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, I want to be on that. I'd love to be on that TV show, and that was one of the things that was one of the first times I was like, okay, cool. She was talking about like her, like how much she enjoyed it in the cast, and like how everyone was really nice, and then she gets to go back to do that for 6 months, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I would love that. I'd love to try and get myself on a TV show where I could do it every so often and stuff. It didn't happen because, you know, I fucking died. But the point is,
You were
Darn
like
it.
grandma.
Hmm.
Well, Amy Harrison had a second question for you. Which of the TLK actors are most like their characters?
so I was thinking about this. Once you get to know them, like, no one is like a killer or like a fighter or like anything like that, right? Maybe Arnis is a fighter actually, but they're all really similar. It's just the situations are different.
Right.
No one's really playing, apart from Alexander Dreymon, who is his accents and his voice and a lot of his mannerisms, I think. But everyone else is very much like themselves, so it would probably freak you out when you meet them. You're like, they're just very similar, you know. Like Mark's like that. He's just funny and he's quick-witted and he's like strong and you know, and like Steph is really like her character. She's like gentle, but she's kind of like, there's like an alluring thing going on. They're all really like, everyone's quite similar to their character, I think. I don't think, yeah, Yeah, as in like there's shades of everyone in their character. Even like Cav, especially Cav. He's like a cheeky guy from London. He's not a priest, but that's what you see on the TV show. It's like, oh, that's very much Kevin, you know.
Very cool.
Okay. So
Ace
question
is
9.
nothing like his character. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Ace, out of everyone, Ace is like a different human being altogether.
Right.
Really?
He's up the opposite.
Yeah. There's like an aspect of him, like he's really like morally, for a Viking who's like Ace is really morally like centered and strong, but like he's just lovely and relaxed and chilled. And he's when I met him, I was like, the fuck? He's very different. And Ossian's actually very different as well, in a really nice way.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the next question is from Amy again, because she's got quite a few. And what, if anything, has been an actor taught you about yourself as a person?
That I'm a terrible dancer. I don't like dancing. I knew it anyway, but then it's really solidified the fact that that's like my worst nightmare. But it always, normally when I say stuff like that, I always end up doing it. So at some point soon, maybe I'd probably end up dancing on something. And if you see it,
You might be in Bollywood, some kind of Bollywood production, maybe, right?
I did a Bollywood film.
That's
Oh, yes. Love a little bit of Bollywood.
Yeah, I did a scene in a Bollywood film. And they were
really
like, yeah, it was called DDPRD.
okay.
Writing down. I'm writing this
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
And they I don't know if it's still in there. I haven't seen it, but I had a dance over to the main girl,
Okay.
like, chat her up, and I was like, is the dancing super necessary? And they were like, no, just walk up to me. I was like, oh, thank God. But I don't know where. I don't even know whether I'm in the film. But it was a blink. And I've just done so many little things, you know. So the Last Kingdom was the first kind of like extended, bigger.
It's time for more. More
Yeah.
be extended. Yeah.
That's what we're after.
Anne Marie wants to know which actor from the previous seasons do you wish you had interactions with on the show?
There's two big ones, right? So they're all a bit Rutger Hauer. Fucking hell.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Tears in the Rain. Like that'd be the best thing ever. But I'm sure everyone would have gone up to him and be like, "Oh my God, how was Blade Runner?" You probably would have hated it. Matthew McFadden as well. Is it Matthew McFadden?
Oh, yeah. Like Matthew.
Yeah, because Succession is like the best program on TV. It's up there. But and Harry who played McIntyre. Yeah, apparently he's a really lovely guy and really funny, and I
He
really
is
love.
funny, isn't he?
Yeah.
I just loved what he was doing as well. I thought he was so like interesting with what he was doing. It would have been cool to meet him. But I came in a season after, right? I think.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of people on there that would have been cool to meet.
Yeah.
Okay, Elaine Milo wants to know, when did you first meet Lenny the Dog, and what part or parts do you see Lenny playing in future productions in which you are cast?
Yes. I first met Lenny about 7 years ago when he was like a really excited pup and full of beans. And I met him for one day because the mate I live with, I went to see him in this other pub he was running. And I spent the day with Lenny and walked him and stuff. And he was like, "This is so full of life." And then and now live with that guy who used to run the pub, and we've been living together for about 3 years. And so I've been living with Len for 3 years, and he's not the same dog. He's just hit middle age, like hard, and he's just like done. He likes sleeping and eating, and like the grumpy face. He gets when he gets excited. When he gets excited, it's like the best thing ever, because it's unusual. But and what part he could play any part. He looks so tough, but he's such a little sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly. He likes to do this thing, right, where when he says hello to you, he bites your hand, but like not with any teeth. So he's like his gums. He just bites you, which is like the scariest thing a dog that looks like that could do to a person, to say hello to them. Like the jaw is like out here, and he just starts biting people. But he's a really sweet He's a really sweet, lovely pooch.
It'd be good a Turner and Hooch remake.
Hmm. That would work. That could work. Or like he could play the dog on Tom and Jerry, right? There's a big.
Oh yeah,
I think he'd be perfect cast. He'd be in the running anyway, I think.
for sure. Um, so Lorraine Chambers wants to know, how long have you been acting?
Since I was probably, I started at school just doing like really terrible performances in school plays and stuff, and I never got any. I was quite bad at school, and they never gave me. I was always like a joke, so I didn't take it seriously. But I started making films on the weekend with a couple of mates, and we started really like enjoying making films. And then when I left school, I wanted to be a director. So applied to be a director at university. Then I started doing acting instead, and I was like, "Ah, fuck this! This is much better." And I was like, "I get to be the lead guy, sure, yeah, okay." And so it started early when I was like 15, 16, but I didn't take it seriously really till I was about 19, I think 19 or 20. And I'm pleased I did.
We are too.
So are we.
Yeah,
Um,
agreed.
so the next question is, what made you want to pursue acting? And I think, is that from you, Trina?
Yeah, that was mine.
Yeah.
So I don't think there was like one moment, but there was just, it was just, films was like the first thing I just started like loving, apart from football, really. And I think I probably started realizing that I couldn't make it in football, and I just loved films, and I started getting really into the actors doing them, and I started to watch films for the actors just because it just ended up what I was doing. My parents used to show me quite like old cool films, or old for me at the time, which was like Mickey Rourke was like their favorite actor.
Mm-hmm.
So
I remember him.
they started showing me all the old Mickey Rourke movies, and I was like, "Fucking hell, who's this guy?" And I started looking into his life and started looking into what he did, and I was like, "Okay, cool. I want to do this. I want to be like this guy." And then that's basically. But then, like, obviously, I got interested in. I didn't think I could. I didn't know if I could act or not, so I started doing the directing thing. But then I started. I don't know. Then for some reason, I did one play and ended up getting the lead in it at university, and it was like a 1950s detective, like noir detective thing. And I just watched Angel Heart over and over and over again, and stole every single thing that Mickey Rourke did. And then, like, okay, yeah, this is what I want to do for a living. It was just the first time I tried really at anything. So I was like, this is a good omen. If I'm sitting up late learning lines and trying and watching stuff and trying to make it better, I was like, oh shit, I like this. I'm good. I think I'm okay at this. That was definitely the first good thing I saw.
Very cool.
Well, I think the next question, I think he's answered that
Yeah.
because it was there another career. So I guess after the football, then directing, and then right. So
Yeah.
But I have one question. It's this. We have this huge debate. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine with that. like within reason, anything on a pizza is absolutely fine with me. Pizza. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
We had one more
Yep.
fan question. Lorna Dennett wanted to know, if you could have been in season 1 of TLK, which character would you have wanted to play? And you're not allowed to say Uhtred.
His brother, Ragnar.
Oh
Yeah.
That's a good
yeah,
one.
I can see that.
But also there was a really cool character. I always forget his name. I thought the performance was amazing. It was like the really scary guy towards the end of the first season who had the teeth, the black out
Oh,
teeth.
Scorpa.
Scorpa.
Yeah. I thought he
Oh
was.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that with you actually.
He was. I watched him a lot because I was like, he's like laid the gauntlet down. I don't think he gets enough like love, right?
Yeah.
I think that his performance was awesome. So him or Ragnar, I think.
Mm.
Good answer.
Yep.
Catherine, did you have something else?
No, Deb, I think had some sort of quick fire questions,
Yeah,
and that
she
was
did.
it. I think, yeah, that was it.
Okay, here we go. Cat or dog?
Cat,
Mountains or beach?
beach,
Eating healthy or eating hearty?
I'm so in the middle of those two.
On wall.
So
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah,
Good balance.
I pretend it's Hardy, I think. Yeah.
In the middle is a good balance. We can
Mm.
go with that.
Very much so. Well, I think we have some other fan questions, but we will wait until next time. We have about 6 more, and I think we're not going to make it through. So we'll ask those at a later time. But Harry, thank you so much for entertaining us and for agreeing to do this. We really appreciate it so much.
Oh, don't worry, it's been really fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harry.
Thank
Great.
you, Harry.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and there'll be
Yep.
more to come. So stay
Yep.
tuned.
Hasta la vista. Till the next time.
The next
Bye.
time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.